Jai Shani friends, I am very thankful to all my subscribers and I hope I will be getting your support like this in future as well. In this video series, we will discuss about what is Saturn Ketu conjunction meaning and what will be the impact of Ketu Saturn conjunction in the first house, second house, third house and so on. Those who are interested in astrology and those who have this conjunction in birth chart, this video series will be very helpful to them. I have worked hard in preparing this series so that whatever analysis I have done during the past more than 12 years on more than thousands of birth chart will be helpful for you as well. So I request you to please subscribe and like the video as it takes lots of efforts to prepare these videos. So let's start. In this series, we will discuss one more unique conjunction found in many horoscope of the slowest moving planet Saturn and one of the malefics which causes pain even to the king of zodiac and itself is a shadowy planet, which means it is not visible by the naked eyes, that is Ketu, also known as the south node of moon as per the Western astrology. However, since we are primarily referring to the Vedic combinations and their readings accordingly, we will call these Saturn Ketu conjunction. Once we have discussed what this conjunction means, post that we will discuss house-wise its effect on the career, health, married life, happiness and unexpected incidents in life with their positive or negative flavors and the best remedies which you can perform for these combination. Let's move forward and discuss what is Saturn and Ketu in astrology. Saturn is the slowest moving planet in Vedic planetary system. It stays in one zodiac house for at least 2.5 years. During its stay in a particular zodiac, it can also become retrograde and move backwards for some time. Once its distance from Sun decreases, it ends its retrograde motion. This means that Saturn is generally retrograde in a zodiac quite a few times. When it is retrograde, it is supposed to be more powerful in its aspect and its result giving as well. Because Saturn is slow, it is also termed as a lame planet and many times the issues related to lame walking of individuals and knee issues are seen from the impact of Saturn on the individual through its positioning in the horoscope. Quite strangely, Saturn, the planet which is known as the Karka, that is the factor for servants in one's life, is also the judge amongst the planets, and Saturn is what decides who gets what punishment during their lifetime as read in a horoscope. The main purpose of Saturn is to judge the karmas of a person and grant them the results accordingly. So when a person doesn't learn about maturity, responsibility, discipline and learn about the importance of service in general, Saturn gives very harsh results and turns a king into a pauper or vice versa. Saturn is friends with Venus, Mercury and enemy of Sun, Mars and Moon. Saturn Dasha is for 19 years, which is a very big period as it is a slow moving planet and it gives its results in a very concrete manner. Now let's discuss about Ketu. Ketu, it is also known as the south node of the moon. It is a shadowy planet and it always moves in a retrograde manner. That is, if other planets are moving from east to west, then Ketu moves from west to east. Another point to note that Ketu is always equidistant from Rahu and both these are always in retrograde motion. It's very rare and only for a very brief moment that these planets are seen as either stationary or in a non-retrograde motion. Ketu is a planet which is the only headless planet in the planetary system and it is said to be striving for moksha, salvation. It has everything in it and it doesn't have any thirst except that of moksha. It is also one that causes the Grahan Yoga with the luminaries, that is Sun and Moon. As per some Vedic sculptures, Ketu acts like Mars. Ketu is said to be the salvation seeking planet or planet that if followed well will help any person walk on the path that will help in one's salvation. It is said to be better in the moksha sthana, that is 12th house. It feels happy when in the houses of Jupiter because Jupiter houses are the house of knowledge. Now let's discuss when do these planets meet in a zodiac. As we just know Saturn moves around the zodiac approximately 30 years, that is, it stays for around 2.5 years in one zodiac sign, and Ketu moves around zodiac in 18 years, that is, it stays in one zodiac sign approximately for 18 months. These two planets meet once approximately every 12 years. Since both the planets alone only are known as malefic planets, one can understand the effect of the combination of these two malefic in a person's horoscope. This conjunction of Saturn with Ketu is different from its conjunction with Rahu. Rahu is a materialistic planet and known for trying to rule even over the sun, thus causing the eclipse, whereas Ketu is a headless with no sense of self-realization through the senses which are available with Rahu. It is a symbol of complete surrendering or complete dependence on other planets placed along with it. Now let's discuss what is the meaning of the combination of these two planets in horoscope. That means Saturn Ketu conjunction. According to a saying in Vedic astrology, Shanivat Rahu Kujvat Ketu means Ketu is like Mars and Rahu is like Saturn. This is a very intense conjunction as both the planets have a separative tendency with other factors included. This conjunction brings a sense of acceptance in the native towards the factuality of disconnection. One might live very normally without realizing the depth of this characteristic in oneself in realization to the rest of the society. Generally, it is said that the planets mature at certain ages, which means that the planets start to give what they are capable of giving in a particular horoscope after a certain number of years. Saturn matures after one complete cycle, that is at least 30 years, so it is said to be maturing around 35 to 36 years. However, in conjunction with Ketu, maturity is delayed and Saturn also achieves its maturity post 45 plus years of age. Wherever this conjunction is happening, there could be some kind of stillness in the characteristics as shown by that house and zodiac sign as well. This will also result in an anxiety in the person and an inability to express as well. One will keep looking for something or other related to the house or zodiac that could give the feeling of completeness. These are two dark energies of similar type but with different purposes, having been kept in the horoscope by the divine designer. In our next video, we will discuss how this conjunction affects a person when present in first house of birth chart and various houses, and what factors could be beneficial and where it could cause some damage as well, as Ketu shows detachment wherever it is placed and Saturn shows slowness. So one can imagine easily now one very clear indication that this is showcasing the struggle between detachment and repetition. So that was all about this video. In our next video, we will discuss what will be the impact of Saturn Ketu conjunction in the first house of birth chart. Till then, may Almighty bless you always, and thanks for watching the video.